exclusive today for you, an exclusive Polar, Netflix brand new Dark Horse comic movie starring Mads Mikkelsen, Vanessa Hudson, I hope I pronounced that right, and Matt Lucas, and a plethora of actors. Now, Mads is from the villain from Casino Royale, and he's a great villain in that, and in this he's like the hitman hero, if you want to take it that way, because he works for Matt Lucas, a wealthy man who lives in a massive house, has a squad of protection around him, and he sends out his hitmen to have a word with Mads about retiring, because he's not happy about it. So they set off on all his different properties around America, and they finally catch up with him, and from there on it's chaos, and it starts off with the body count. Now, this film is an action movie that could quite easily have gone straight into cinema in the States and over here, because this time of year all the Oscar films are already out. So basically you're looking at a weaker type films that are hitting the titles in the top 10s around the world. This is how good this movie is. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. There's a great twist at the end, but once again, I'm not sponsored by Netflix, but they are taking it to another level with their movies. They really are taking it to another level, because this film, trust me, is a cinema release. It looks expensive, they spent money on it, and everything about it is great. All the photography, the lighting, and the action is like Chinese action. It's non-stop. It really is a great movie. And as I say, for me, Netflix are taking it all to another level on every stage. On the TV series, I'm watching The Punisher at the moment. Excellent. Well made. Ozark, one of the best series. Narcos. So, as I say, I'm not sponsored by Netflix, but I do enjoy them. Bird Box, which I thought was okay. Sandra Bullock, not my favourite cup of tea, but she was good. Has attracted 88 million people so far on Netflix. And their shares are up, and I can understand fully why. Because, trust me, they are really taking it all to the people that are subscribed. Now then, films coming out. Green Book comes out in the UK this weekend. Please, whatever you do, go and see this movie. If you don't like it, I'll give you the price of the ticket back. The best performances I've seen from two actors for a very, very long time. It's outstanding movie. The Mule is out, which I want to see. Could be Clint Eastwood's last film. I'm a big fan of it. It's anything like The Old Man with the Gun, Robert Redford's last film. Oh my God, that was brilliant. This film I just reviewed, 7 out of 10, comes out on the 25th of this month, which is, I think, Friday. And I was lucky enough to get an exclusive on it, and you're going to enjoy it. It's action. If you know your Dark Horse comics, you'll know exactly what's coming, because they're adult comics, and if you see somebody get shot, you know the bullet's going in. If you see somebody going to get a knife to their throat, you know the head's coming off. It really is that type of violence. It's full on, and this movie is full on. Hour and 57 minutes, fantastic. As I say, great twist at the end. I just enjoyed the film non-stop. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming out. This time of year, February, March is not so great for cinema. So I'm pleased to have the Netflix stuff that's coming out, because they've got 100 movies coming this year. You didn't see my last review. And there's some good stuff coming along the pipeline. As I say, there are some good films that I've seen that you haven't seen. There's films that I watched that I don't even talk about. I'll give you an example. I watched Saturday night with my wife. I watched The King of Thieves. This is a British cast about the Hatton Garden job, about the jewellery. Best British actors you can have. You've got, obviously, Tom Courtenay, one of my favourite actors. Michael Caine, doesn't even need to be discussed. Ray Winston, who I went to school with, I know Ray well. And Michael Gambon, and full on and full on and full on. And it was really a great movie. I love the idea, Charlie Cox is in this film as well. I love the idea that one of them gets away, because I knew that anyway. They still haven't caught one of them. But I like the idea that one of them turned up on a bus with his bus pass to get to the job. It can only happen in the UK, where you steal £300 million worth of diamonds and jewels, and one of you turns up on a bus pass. Brilliant. I love it. And if you haven't seen it, it's worth watching. But as I say, I didn't bother to review it. It's old, and it was a film I missed and suddenly caught up with. So there's lots of stuff like that I want you to talk about to me, because, you know, I've got some new subscribers. I want to thank you for that. And I want you to leave comments below down there, wherever it is, and say, you know, I don't quite agree with you about that on Netflix. I don't agree with you about that in the cinema. Or you do agree on what is your favourite movies. And maybe films that I haven't seen that you've seen, and you can say, have a look at this, see what you think of this gal. I will definitely listen, because as I say, I reply to most comments, and I always ask how they're keeping and everything, and it's nice to be in touch with people all over the world, not just in the UK. So once again, thank you all very much indeed, and make sure you do carry on subscribing and carry on watching some good stuff. Polar, Friday, don't miss it if you like your action movies. Really good film.